record the lesson for you guys. So we are going to go ahead and finish our review questions. Got to delete from the last class. Okay. You will not need slides 11 and 12. So if you wish to delete those, you can. But your presentation or your genetics notebook is complete once you have finished through slide 10. So if you get rid of that slide, that's great. If it's still there, that's fine. But that was just for you to add any additional notes that you might need. On Tuesday, this is very important. I don't know who just left our group, but this is the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. On Tuesday, I have a fun genetics lab planned for you all. However, we are in the first week and a half of the new grading period. I will not let anyone proceed from this point with zeros when we come back face to face. This means for you that if all of your science assignments are not complete in Echo, and if your genetics notebook is not done on Tuesday when you get here, you will be making up all of your assignments and will not be participating in the genetics lab. So please make sure that you check your to-do list. Check your to-do list again before 3 o'clock today, because some of you, I'm going back in and I'm sending assignments back because they're not complete. And make sure that you do not have any science on your to-do list Tuesday when you come in. With the exception of the genetic student notebook, I'm going to have to check those and verify for myself when you guys get here. Those of you who have shared them with me, I'm going to go ahead and have yours checked. But if you haven't, I'll check that before I get everybody else started on the lab. Are there any questions about what I expect from you prior to Tuesday? No? All right. All assignments must be complete before you can do the genetics lab. All right. Now, together we are going to answer these questions, and I'm going to send you on your way to take your test. What is the difference between inherited traits and acquired traits? Who can help me with that one? Inherited traits and acquired traits. All right, Landon, your hand went up first.
The difference between inherited traits and acquired traits is inherited traits are like if your great grandma or something has a bunch of freckles, you have a chance of getting, and if you have a bunch of freckles, that's something that's inherited from your great grandma, for example. An acquired trait is like you like sports. That's not something you inherit. That's something you learn over time, since you're not born just liking sports and knowing how to do sports. It's kind of like a learned trait. So you have to learn over time and learn that. So like you learn that you like sports. You have to learn that.
Okay. All right. So acquired traits are traits that are learned over time through life experiences. And a good example of that is liking sports or being good at sports. Being able to drive or walk, all of those are acquired traits. You gave me a great example for inherited traits, and you also told me how it could be something that is passed down from your grandparents or for your mom and dad, but I'm looking for a more streamlined definition. So I'm going to give someone else an opportunity to help me come up with a definition for inherited traits. Next person I see with her hand raised is Elliot. Keep in mind that after I call on you once, I'll probably not call on you again until the very end, just so I have an opportunity to call on everyone. But Elliot, could you let me know, what are inherited traits?
What inherited traits are? Inherited traits are traits that you get from your parents. are traits that you get from your parents because of their genes.
You said genes, but I'm going to use the word DNA because remember, genes are clusters of DNA. But you guys will see that inherited traits are passed down through DNA. You guys will see that more often. All right, so now, just like I always do, I'm going to copy and paste this into the chat so that you can easily put it into your notebook. And now, this question you learned about yesterday in your passages and throughout our Zoom lesson yesterday. Why do certain behaviors not need to be taught? Okay, Cammie, I see your hand is raised. Why do some behaviors not need to be taught?
Some behaviors do not need to be taught because they can be passed down from your mom and dad. So let's say maybe how you, maybe let's say how you walk could be because maybe your mom is pigeon-toed, but your dad isn't. But you could still get you could still be pigeon-toed because your mom has that behavior.
Okay. Well, that would almost be like a physical trait. That would almost be like a inherited trait. Because usually when people walk pigeon-toed, it's because of the way their body is. Remember that we're talking about behaviors right now. So some examples of inherited behaviors are migration, hibernation, fear, spider webs. So thinking about what you read yesterday, Cammie, help me complete this sentence. Some behaviors do not need to be taught because they can be passed down to offspring as...
Can be passed down to offspring as a...
What are all of these things called? Hibernation, migration.
Instincts.
Yes, perfect. They can be passed down to offspring as instincts. That means that they have an innate ability from the moment that they're infants, they know how to do certain things. Fish know how to swim from the moment that they're born. Very good, Ella. Thank you for commenting privately in the chat as well. Not to give it away. Jamal, do you have something to add?
Yeah. Yes. So, are we doing which one are we doing?
We just finished why certain behaviors do not need to be taught. We're getting ready to talk about the difference between DNA, genes, and chromosomes.
Oh, I was gonna do the second one. Keep going.
Okay. Do you want to add in? Do you think we need to add anything to that, or do you think that answers it pretty thoroughly?
I mean, yeah. I guess not being scared of flies or bees and other stuff like bugs and stuff. Insects.
Okay. Excellent. So we definitely could add in parentheses, like we did the examples above. We could add those into our definition there. So we've got fears of bugs or insects or snakes, like you mentioned. Hibernation is one. Migration. And thank you for the reminder. I'm going to copy and paste this and put it in the chat. All right, last but not least, what is the difference between DNA, genes, and chromosomes? And remember, this genetics notebook is a tool You can scroll up in your genetics notebook to remember the notes that we took when we learned about DNA, genes, and chromosomes. So what is the difference? What is the difference between DNA, genes, and chromosomes? Or if you just know what one of those things are, you can share with me that. All right, Zariah, what are you thinking?
So I went back in our notebook and I looked at one of our pages. It's page 4. It says that chromosomes means a thread-like structure of nucleus of most living cells carrying genetic information.
Yes, so the DNA, hold on. The DNA holds the genetic code for all living things. Excellent. And Elliot, tell me more.
Chromosomes are aren't they just big packs of DNA?
Chromosomes carry our DNA, or they store all of our DNA. So all of our DNA is located in chromosomes. So chromosomes hold
And
the DNA.
what I was gonna say is like mostly chromosomes have the DNA, and chromosomes hold a bunch of DNA. So and that also means that that all those never mind, I forgot.
Okay. And Landon, you want to tell us about genes? Oh, wait. Actually, Landon, I've got a couple people who haven't had a chance to speak yet, so I'm going to let them share. Ella, would you like to share with us about genes? What are genes?
Yes. Genes are all the DNA that makes up a trait. For example, your hair and what color your eyes are.
Yes. So just one DNA does not determine whether or not you have brown hair or blonde hair or black hair or gray hair. There is a cluster of DNA strands that make up one trait, and that is called genes. So your genes are clusters of DNA that make up a specific trait. So I'm going to paste that into the chat. And once you have that, you can take a screenshot if you would like, just in case. But now it is time I feel like you guys are going to do fantastic. We've had better discussion in this class than I've had, I think, all day. So it's time for our test now, and I'm sure you guys are going to do a fantastic job on it. So if you go to Echo and you click on, oh, okay. I was worried it was going to show people's grades, but I didn't. All right, you click on the genetics and heredity test for today, and it will give you the link for NC EdCloud so that you can log in and go to SchoolNet. And the code is POSTGen, so your post test for genetics. And I put that in the chat box so you can copy and paste it if you'd like, or it is right there on your screen or in Echo. Once I see you logged in, you will be free to go. Just a reminder that I do need for, and I'll tell you when you can go, but I do need for you, Jamon, to hang out with me afterwards. righty. Ella, you are good to go. Landon and Khalees, you are good to go. Khalees, I didn't hear much from you today. I hope you have a good weekend.
I am. I'm going somewhere fun.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Oh, I'm either going to the skating rink or the trampoline park. But tomorrow I'm going with my dad somewhere.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be so much fun. Well, enjoy your long weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Real deal and in person.
Okay.
Bye. All right,
And Miss
Elliot.
Hernandez.
Elliot, you're good to go as well whenever you're ready.
Okay.
What else were you going to say? Is that all you were going to say?
My mom told me last time that I'm moving into your homeroom.
Yep, you'll be in my homeroom. All right. Cammy, are you logged in? Is that why you're waving goodbye to me?
Bye.
Bye, Cammy. Have a good weekend. Demario, you're good to go. Anybody else having problems, difficulties? Anybody need help? Thank you, Jamal, for hanging on. All right.
It says I'm in, so I don't know.
Oh, you might be. Let me go back and check. Soraya. Did you click start test?
No, I didn't click that.
Yeah, go ahead and click it. It'll show me you're in it. All right, you're good. Harlem, you're good to go. Britton, you're good to go. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your long weekend. Bye.
Hey, Miss Hernandez, before I go, can I read something real quick?
Yes, and just a minute. Sergio, you're good to go, sweetie. Yes, you can read it now.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form. The void and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Harlem.
Yeah. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy your long weekend. I cannot wait to see you on Tuesday.
Me too.
All right, Alicia, I see your hand is raised. Yes. How can I help you?
About the assignment from yesterday. I did turn it in. It probably just didn't go through all the way, so I sent another picture.
Oh, okay, excellent. Let me go back and make sure it showed up. And then you can go ahead and get started on the test. Let me make sure. I just don't want to send you on your way. Wesley, are you able to get logged in? Are you having any trouble? Alicia, did you? I still don't see it. The learn behaviors passage.
The learn behaviors one?
Yes. Did you resubmit it? Because it hasn't shown me that you have turned in anything else.
Let me go.
Oh, hold on. It says. Okay, hold on. It looks like you redid it, but I don't see an attachment. Did you put an attachment with it? Did you attach your picture?
No, I just put it in the chat. Look, the chat thingy.
On Zoom?
No, on the
On the assignment?
yes.
I do not see it. Can you share that slide with me? Like, click the little person with the plus sign and just share it with me.
Never mind. I just forgot that I pressed submit assignment.
Oh, okay. There we go. I see it now. Perfect. Thank you, Alicia.
You're welcome.
All right. Don't forget to take your test.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Wesley, I still do not see that you're logged in. I need you to unmute your mic and talk to me. And Kaylee, we are taking the genetics and heredity test. Are you ready for that?
Is there a way to better prepare for it before I take it?
Well, you didn't do your assignment yesterday. I would just make sure that all of your assignments for science are done for this week before you take it.
Okay, thank you.
I apologize that my internet was messed up yesterday. I don't know what to.
So, yeah, sorry. The internet, it was just, we're having internet problems here.
Okay.
I got it fixed yesterday, hon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. That's fine. It happened to me on Monday. The internet was really wonky, so totally understand. But I would just go through your to-do list and make sure that all of your science assignments are done before you take the test. And if you have any questions, you can hop back on Zoom and ask me. I'll keep my Zoom open.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Wesley, are you there? All right. I don't know where he's at. All right, Jamal.